Welcome back to the channel. Sorry this morning's video is a little late. I had some busyness come up yesterday and I couldn't get the chance to record. So I basically am recording it 10 minutes before it normally would be uploaded. So obviously if I'm 10 minutes from upload and the video's 25 minutes long, obviously it'll never be on time. Since by the time I'm done, I'll probably be at least 20 minutes in to when it would have been released, and it'll probably need another hour to upload, so I'd guess this one will be uploaded around noon or 1, if I had to guesstimate beforehand. Anyways, let's get right into it. Smash that like button down below and get subscribed if you're new here, and we'll begin.
I waited 30 years to meet you.
Did you ever wonder why it smells so good on Main Street, USA?
Why?
It's because they use vanilla scents to make it smell like a freshly baked cookie.
Stop bringing children to Disney.
Stop bringing your adult children to Disney, I would say, because some parents do that. You can bring your kids to Disney all you want. I don't care. In fact, make a great vacation out of it. Make memories, take tons of pictures. But as an adult, the only reason you should go to Disney is because you're bringing your own kid there.
This is an adult's playground.
Why would you act this way out in public?
And more toward, why would you post it?
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. So about 2-ish months ago, I talked on this channel about a group of women called the plus-sized park hoppers.
The obese Disney adults. By the way, I reacted to that one, so you can go back to my channel and you can find that one. I might remember to toss a link in here. Let's see if I do. Probably not. You'll probably have to just go searching for it. Sorry.
Yeah, these ladies.
We're plus-size park hoppers, and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Have you been dying to ride Dragon Racers Rally at Universal's Epic Universe, but you weren't sure if you...
She had to say Dragagun because she had to add the extra G to fit her in the seat.
And ever since then, I have wanted to talk about Disney adults in general because...
they're an interesting crowd.
Absolutely the strangest phenomenon. And then just the other day, this video popped up on my Twitter feed and gave me unprecedented levels of secondhand embarrassment, and I thought, yes,
it's time.
Now's the time to talk about these people.
This one.
I waited 30 years
This girl. I've waited 30 years to meet you. Girl, you don't even look 30. You look like you're 18. You look like you're barely into adulthood. Like, she kind of fit, age and maturity level might belong at Disney. She might have stunted her own growth. But the adult in that costume is like, man, this adult is hugging me. Alright. Yeah, okay. Go away. I need children. I want children around, because, half of those Disney staff are fucking pedos.
You're the cutest thing ever. I promise. Look at my little poo. And I have Winnie the Pooh phone case. I tell you I love you. I do. I love you, Pooh. I love you. I love you so much.
This is just embarrassing, honey.
A picture. Oh, yes. At first I thought that maybe this was a young woman who had some sort of cognitive disability, but I've concluded
she seems
that's
all there.
Probably not the case. She is regrettably just a Disney adult, treating a person who is wearing a sweaty scrotum costume like he is actually Winnie the Pooh. And just to be perfectly clear, ordinarily I am one of those people who is like, let other people enjoy things. It's why
I am the same way,
the
but
guys who paint Warhammer.
The difference between the guys who paint Warhammer and the people out at Disney like this, one of you in public.
Like my brother. I don't make fun of the people who play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't even make fun of the bronies. Except for maybe the Nazism. Are the bronies the ones that do the Nazism? I don't know. But of all
maybe.
Of the adult obsessions
that's another
started
topic.
in childhood, Disney adults are the weirdest, most infantilized group of baby people. And nobody can change my mind about that. If you're...
Yeah, like I said in my other video that talked about the obese Disney adults. as an adult myself, and knowing that Disney built an entire park themed to Star Wars, that is the part I would like to go. In my mind, that's not going to Disney. That's going to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge theme park, enjoying a day there, and then going back home. Because, well, I don't think I could ever spend more than a full one day in, excuse me, in any park surrounded by this many other Disney weirdos. Because, some of them are nuts. Some of them are nuts.
If you're not familiar with this phenomenon, the internet is full of videos of childless 20, 30, and even 40-somethings taking...
I'm okay with the childless 20-somethings, but when you're childless 30 and childless 40-somethings, then we have a bigger issue. But if you're 20, like, let's say you're 22, you just finished your 4 years of college, and you and your friends are having one last little celebratory trip that you all pick Disney, because some of you like Disney, some of you like the themes. Whatever. Make that one trip. But don't make it your whole freaking life. Don't, you know, you go there, maybe for the day you put on the mouse ears. Maybe you do that. You enjoy as much as you physically can in one day, but then you don't talk about it for 6 months and want to try to go back 10 times a year, and it's insane, especially because of how expensive Disney is. Like, don't mind that some of the people who are there are weird. The cost of going there is absolutely astronomical nowadays.
Trips to Disney, getting dripped out in Disney merch, and getting emotional and overwhelmed when
oh yes,
Disney
the plus-sized park hoppers.
Yeah, that Winnie the Pooh video.
The plus-sized park hoppers who really need to be on their feet for the whole day walking around. And I don't think they should be allowed to stop and eat anywhere. I think we need to make doorways a little more narrow so that we're gonna, be limiting the size of the person who can come in. As if big fat people can't come into areas where you're gonna eat food that'll, increase your risk of heart attack, well then maybe it's a good thing to keep them out of those places.
That's a feature of these folks, not a
I'm not fat phobic, I'm just health positive.
bug. Which, again, are probably some 18-year-old university students wearing these meat socks. I read recently that they don't actually clean these costumes out after use, which is...
They do not.
I don't like that for you guys. I'm very sorry that happens. Some of these people treat Disney as their only holiday destination. Others bankrupt themselves going there constantly.
There's two
Yeah, hey, the bankrupting, yeah. I'm glad she's dicking into
Disney
that.
adults, okay? There's one, which is like what you think of. And then there's chic Disney adults. This is Zara, okay?
No, you are in that first category, honey.
On the butt.
Right there,
Maybe on the shirt.
right there. You are in that first category.
All of you are freaks. Let's not make it a competition.
Hey, that's a great mug. I hate people. I think we should get one of those too. Although I don't do tea or coffee, I do hot chocolate.
And to be very, very clear here, when I'm talking about Disney adults, I don't mean any adult who happens to like Disney movies and visits the parks. It should be obvious and go without saying, but you are in fact allowed to enjoy theme parks and enjoy films from your childhood.
Exactly. Like, I enjoy Star Wars, but I don't want to go live at Galaxy's Edge every day. In fact, if you gave me the choice and I had to choose between going to Disney Star Wars Galaxy's Edge or Cedar Point, I'm going to Cedar Point. You could say Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Cedar Point, or Kings Island, and I'd still pick Kings Island or Cedar Point over Galaxy's Edge, even though I've never been to Galaxy's Edge. I would still pick the other two just because, A, at the end of the day, both the other two options will cost me less money. And B, I'll probably enjoy myself a little bit more with more things to do at those parks.
I'm not here to kill all of your joy. In fact, I have been to Disneyland. I got in a fight with the bartender at, I'm pretty sure at the time, the only bar in the entire complex. And then I got thrown out and...
Yeah, one of the only places you can drink alcohol at Disney is Galaxy's Edge's bar.
No, I don't want to talk
It's one of
about
few.
it. And
Very, very
no,
few.
I wasn't drunk, and I'm pretty sure I hadn't even had a single drink. I'm just difficult. And this information should surprise none of you. So yeah, obviously no shade to the people who casually enjoy Disney. It was a massive part of our childhoods, and I don't blame you for being invested in bits and pieces of it today. No, the people I'm referring to have made Disney fandom their entire personality. Visiting Disney dozens of times, doing deranged Disney TikTok dances, and forgetting the characters are really just some guy named Kevin.
Honestly, I had to be a Disney.
Like, there's a streamer, Cutie Cinderella. She actually talked about a few times within her streams and on her podcast, because I used to be a bit more of a fan of her until she went all wokey. And she said that, yeah, there were so many times where working at Disney was some of the most fun she'd had, because she'd be able to be in costume and then see these little kids come up and maybe one of them sad, and she'd be able to go over and make their day. She wasn't super into all the adults coming, and she is a Disney adult. That is the craziest part. When she worked there, she was not for the Disney adult group, and she was one of them.
No, because look at these gums. Look at this ratio. It was either that or military wife, and it'll be a cold day before I come one of those. So,
well, military wives usually cheat on their husbands, so
have a magical day.
Oh my god, they're becoming self-aware. And while we are going to have many laughs over some of the videos I'm about to show you, I do worry that these people are unhealthily stuck in childhood. You know, instead of dipping into the nostalgia pool, they have slipped in and are just drowning. It's sort of funny because around the internet, these people are said to have what's called Peter Pan syndrome, and Disney made Peter Pan into a big thing, so there's some irony in there somewhere.
yeah, don't ever make videos like this with your friends. It's beyond cringe. Hey, these are the videos that need to be made and then saved on your phone and never see the internet.
Imagine you're just trying to walk through Disney and groups of random adult women just start screaming. Just go ahead and add this to the list of reasons that I hate going out in public. Random banshee shrieking. Oh.
Number one, ugly people.
So it turns out this is just a theme. I say this a lot, but
I will give the one correction for those guys. At least they were on rides.
I really do hate it here. There's a lot of things in life that I don't think are particularly necessary. Screaming in public settings is definitely one of those things, but
when you're on a ride, it's okay. That's literally the only exception here.
You want to know something that
or if you're, like, you know, screaming for help because you're being attacked.
Is super necessary here on the Hell Gondola, being protected online, which is why today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN.
Whee! Surfshark.com/Sydney. Let's go!
One of the main things that I took from watching 9 million Disney adult videos is that these people have extreme emotional reactions to basically anything Disney related. Like this woman who cried after seeing Goofy again after, I guess, a period of time of not seeing him. This
3 years ain't long enough to act this way, honey. If this is what you need mental help.
Has copyrighted
if this
music,
is what
which is lame, so you're gonna have to listen to me singing instead. This is 100% what I imagine is happening under the costume.
Mickey is so happy
Yep.
to see you. Let's give Mickey some space for his ears.
Yeah, the adults in these costumes think you're cringe.
And she's dressed as Joy.
This is not a real person. They know that these are not real people, right? Why does my vote count the same as theirs? This
Same.
woman lost it in the Polynesian heritage of Moana 2. But crying
Okay.
specifically
We used to call those banshees.
happens towards basically everything. These people cry when they see buildings. This girl cried seeing a Disney princess castle. I'm sure it has a name, but I don't care enough to look it up. Actually, apparently this is an actual TikTok trend. Imagine just handing your friend a camera and being like, hey, would you mind filming me while I fall to my knees and cry while looking at this random building or statue or structure? I mean, at least this woman changed it up and cried seeing Disney fireworks. You can see regular fireworks at New Year, or probably the 4th of July.
It's just the fact that they see them near that Disney castle. That brainwashed Disney castle. All you have to do is see it, and their brains shut off.
Or Australia Day, if you're from the land down under like me. I honestly
That's why she says welcome back from hell. Welcome back to hell, is because she's from Australia.
can't remember the last time that I cried like this about anything. I honestly cannot afford to. I'm too busy spending my time drinking tea and suffering. I'm also not trying to be a jerk, but I think I resonate the most with these kind of Disney reactions.
Oh, that's so sad.
Stop. It's cute.
It's
You know, one thing I would love is for one of these girls to be coming here to Disney, getting ready to go take pictures with the castle, and then all of a sudden, their picture's ruined because the castle's being remodeled or something. And now it's got like a big tarp draped over like one of the towers, and all of a sudden, it's ruined their picture. Like, that would be great. I would love that. I would love to
That's
laugh
what
at that.
she said. Don't you judge me. You would have taken that opening too. Here, have a photo of me at Disney to judge, because
Honestly, normal person. Not dressed up like one of the outfits, and no Mickey ears.
yep.
How about that?
This about summed up my feelings to
But that face is definitely I'm going to enjoy the day and then regret coming here.
towards it. Once again, more copyrighted music. I wish that YouTube didn't copyright everything. This guy's lame. What is he doing out in public? Sorry, because there's so much copyrighted music. He captioned this last look at the castle before.
There's a reason I don't look at TikToks on this channel on purpose. Too much copyrighted music.
Before heading home always hits different. I genuinely hope that this is a joke, because if it's not, you need to have your tattoos rescinded. Tattoos like this are for meatheads only. Obviously, you can see that these are not normal people just enjoying Disney for the purposes of nostalgia and, I don't know, revisiting their childhoods for like one day or whatever.
This is their active adulthoods. They're not revisiting anything. They're doing this today. The movies they're crying about, they didn't watch them as a kid and now they're having a rush of emotion as an adult. No, they watched them fucking yesterday.
These are people who are making this theme park, this profit-driven theme park, their entire personality. People buy houses and condos near or apparently in the Disney parks.
I'm a single adult in my 30s, and here's why I chose to live in a condo inside Disney World.
Reason why.
That's a stupid thing to do. Yeah, in your 30s, you're literally probably spending almost every cent you make, or even going into debt to live there. In fact, at your 30s, you should be stacking bread, because it's the second best year of compound growth for saving money for retirement.
Public transit. Not only does Disney World offer a multitude of public transit options to be to and from the parks, but unlike most cities in the U.S., the grounds follow strict ADA accessibility guidelines, allowing people of all abilities to ride Skyliners, monorails, or even, well, logs.
This music has copyrighted music in the background, or I would have shown you so much more of it, but this is genuinely one of the strangest TikToks that I have ever watched, and I think it's so funny that this guy tells us immediately at the gate that he's a single adult male. Like, we can tell.
We believe it.
Tell guy. That's why you're buying a condo at Disney. That is why.
Well, actually, correction. Him saying single adult male is actually a surprising thing, because he could probably find a single adult female who's just as crazy as he is.
You are buying a condo at a children's
And he could have been buying it
This is clearly
because she told him
behavior. There is this one YouTube account called Addicted to the Mouse, and this family moved to Orlando, Florida, just to be closer to Disney World.
course.
We decided that we wanted to uproot our lives and move to Florida, and so we actually
You see, those Lego helmets up above their heads, that's the exact reason why I don't want to wind up starting to collect that specific set or type of set is because with Star Wars they have an infinite template when they made clones. I don't need to have an infinite amount of these helmets just to collect every clone because I would want to.
Purchase this house that we were sitting in March of 2021.
And the moving to be closer to Disney thing is actually incredibly bizarrely common. People pick up their entire lives to move closer to a profit-driven resort complex for children.
Which is crazy.
Normal and well adjusted.
Move with us even closer to Disney World. We can now literally see the fireworks from our front porch.
Have you ever thought to
So you
yourself,
never
what
need
if
to
I
go
just do it?
anymore.
What if I
Wonderful.
actually follow my dreams and move next to Disney? Honestly, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're not going to like it and you're
What's the worst that'll happen? You go into a massive amount of debt that you can't climb out of because you were too tempted to go to Disney far too fucking often.
you're going to have to move back to where
That's
you
the
started.
worst.
It has been a little over 2 years since my husband and I actually followed our dreams, moved next to Walt Disney World, and left everything that we knew behind. The hardest part is going to be getting out of your comfort zone, but then you're going to realize everything that you now have.
I was not meant to exist on a planet with other people. I just wasn't. And
Let's get all the people who are like Sydney, me, and let's move us all to a separate country and just start our own new area. Maybe we'll just maybe we'll go to New Zealand and either find our own little corner of the country or just kick everybody else off it who doesn't agree. I'm just messing with you.
If you can't live directly next to or inside of a Disney theme park, you can just visit it every year. Or 900 times a year.
You know, some of these people, I think they would actually have a benefit to working at Disney instead of just going there all the time. Because then they would get probably free tickets by working there. They would be able to bring friends because they'd probably get some +1s with their tickets. They would definitely have plenty of discounts throughout the park. And they get to be there every day because they're working there. Imagine it. I think I've solved the Disney problem.
I remember reading this Reddit post back in 2024, like towards the end of the year, where a husband complained about his wife having made them go to Disney for 9 trips in a row.
Holy crap, honey. Man, sir, you need to get your balls back. Fuck. You're breaking my brain. Like, don't let your woman have control of you this heavily. Why do we... You should go on trips to go places around the planet. Especially when you first got married before you had kids. Because at 13 years into your marriage, if you don't have kids, what the fuck are you doing?
Including their honeymoon. So when he tried to take his wife to a new place for a holiday, she apparently then went behind his back and booked a Disney resort in Hawaii instead.
Yeah, at that point, I would, if you went and booked a Disney vacation behind my back and I'm your husband, I'm not going on the vacation. B, if you choose to not get refunds or just, not decide something else with me right then and there, we're probably going to be divorced while you go on vacation and I'll be filling out paperwork and working on moving out of your life because, well, it seems we're not aligned anymore. Because a vacation is supposed to be your relaxing time, not just, it's the usual thing we did this last year and the year before and the 8 years before.
Like, dude, why wouldn't you put your foot down after
seriously,
the 3rd trip? This is...
Yeah, you let it go too long. However, she should understand after 9 times in a row, you don't want to go anymore!
Not normal. When I go on holiday, I want to be as far away from people as humanly possible. The last holiday that I went on this year, which was the first in literally years, we went to as far away from people as we could get on an island. So why would you spend your money being around thousands of people multiple times a year, every year? What kind of pathology is this? You guys also probably remember the video I made about the plus-size park hoppers who I think exclusively go to Disney multiple times a year.
They do.
Content testing out fitting on the rides, which mobility scooters are good for scooting their fat butts around the park, what food tastes good. I mean, apparently all of it.
Those mobility scooters, I think Disney should have fewer of them to get to the point where fat people don't get to ride them. Just because you don't want to walk doesn't mean you get to just sit on a scooter and around.
One of the funniest things to me about this type of human being is that they routinely complain about how expensive Disney is getting, and it's like...
No, really?
You would know.
You would know that it's getting expensive, but also, you keep giving them your money and don't stop. You still go there and you're like, oh, this thing costs $30 now. Here you go.
Notice that because you go to the frickin' theme park multiple times a year. Every year. You're like a drug addict. You're forking out thousands upon thousands of dollars to go to the same place every year to feed this addiction that you have.
I'm not.
And being honest, if you didn't go there so many times a year, they actually probably wouldn't be able to raise their prices because they'd realize they're getting fewer sales and they would have to lower their prices back down to be able to encourage people to buy more. You have the power with your wallet to vote for the price of things. That's how it works. That's how it works across the board. If people aren't buying something for the price it's listed as, there's probably a problem with the product or the price. It's as simple as that fact. And at this case, the Disney, I'm going to just take into the example of food items. The food items quality has not gone up. It has stayed exactly the same, or even in some cases, it might have gone down because they're trying to get their food costs down to charge you more and have a much bigger profit margin.
Buying lightning lanes because they used to be free. On principle, I'm not staying at a Disney resort because we used to get perks included that are no longer included.
People will quite literally go into debt trying to afford Disney's yearly membership passes.
Oh, come on.
When I was in nursing school, we...
Oh, thank you, Caleb, for exposing this problem. I saw these two. They have done Disney trips. This girl in the blonde hair was going into so much Disney debt, dragging her partner down with her. It was insane, this episode.
You're talking about Disney right now?
I watched this episode the day it came out.
Mickey and his little mouse? What are we doing?
Well, I told myself it would be my treat for, like, finishing nursing school.
You don't get treats if you're not paying your fucking bill.
Your treat for finishing nursing school is, guess what? Getting to be a nurse! Surprise! That's your prize!
You haven't paid for nursing school yet. You owe on it still.
Exactly. That, and she went into massive amounts of student loan debt that she's like, oh, well, it won't make me pay it right when I get out, so I'll be able to wait a few months and take that money and go on a big Disney trip with all my girlfriends. Like, no! What are you doing? Just say, hey, I fucked up my finances and actually can't afford this trip. Sorry, girls. You'll have to either skip it or go. We'll either have to skip it altogether or you'll have to go without me. Bye. It really is simple as that.
Oh, okay, what?
So the passes were $2,000
for the both.
That too.
Both of us.
For fucking what?
For the whole year. So now we can go.
Yeah. I needed the special trip after college, so I got year-long Disney passes, so I can go whenever I want now.
Anytime
whenever we want.
And honestly, I think my favorite kind of Disney adult are the ones who just fundamentally hate kids. And on its nose, that sounds like a terrible statement.
It's
but
crazy.
It's so funny to me because they are making something for kids into their entire personality and then getting angry at children who are participating in this thing that's meant for children.
Stop bringing children to Disney.
Disney is just for children. Stop going to Disney as a single adult.
This is an adult's playground. Why are there children here?
I went ahead and found the full video here because there were snippets of it on TikTok, and the full segment doesn't add any more useful context. These adult men are arguing
I would
that
not
you
doubt
shouldn't
it.
bring your children to Disney because they get in the way of adults who are just trying to enjoy their time there. They talk about how this one little kid almost tripped up this guy whose name is, I think, Cody, and then ask why kids are there at all.
And actually,
Because
Epcot,
it's
I
a
also
place for
almost got
kids.
taken out by a child.
I was gonna say, I thought that's what you're talking about when the girl walked
We
under
were
Cody's
walking outside of
legs.
Space 220.
She walked under.
And this father
I bet you he walked into her. I'm betting he was the problem, not the kid.
had no control.
I'm not saying kids never are problems. It's just not the common one.
Of his child. And
Normally it's an adult walking into their way.
And almost made me fall and hurt the child.
The child shouldn't even have been there because it's Disney World. Why would the child be there?
God,
Why would a child be there? Why would a child
The adult, the single adult shouldn't be there. It's fucking Disney. I don't know how they broke their brains this much, but, you know, seeing how broken their brain is on this topic, I can already kind of guess who they voted for.
Definitely understand when adults want to experience things without a bunch of children running around and screaming. I get that in certain contexts, and I can relate to that sentiment in certain contexts. However, Disney is a place for families and children. You cannot go there and reasonably expect that there will be 0 kids.
You know, I think Disney should adopt the Chuck E. Cheese rule where, you know, you got the stamp when you enter the place, but you can't enter without a kid. So literally, these single adults cannot go in anymore. They have to bring children in with them. That's, I think, what should happen from now on. Like, that's one of the benefits to Chuck E. Cheese. It's like, if you're going there, you know there's going to be kids there because adults can't get in without kids unless they're an employee.
And because there are children who go to Disney, you need to act appropriately. Why are you doing this out in public? I mean, this guy is doing a parody of the anti-kid people, but he's not far off.
Who brings their kids to Disneyland, honestly? Is there anywhere that's like kid-free, like adult-only zone?
The Star Wars Galaxy's Edge bar.
Wait time.
That's most likely no or very few kids.
It's a Tuesday. Do kids not go to school anymore? Do kids have to get the flu shot? Is that legally mandated, or am I getting sick from being here?
You're gonna get sick. Bro, you are 100% going to get sick by going to Disney if you don't wash your hands like a billion times throughout the day, because you are 100% touching things that snot-nosed kids have touched, and they did not wash their hands. And I'm willing to put money on it. The Disney employee didn't clean everything that kids have touched every time. The only time they'll get cleaned is when it fucking rains. And even then, it's not that good.
I've been dodging strollers all day.
The key to a good family vacation is bringing your mother so you can...
What is insane and will definitely...
I will say, at least that last one was a little bit it had a little bit of humor. The best tip for Disney is bring your mom so you can leave your kids with her. Goodbye!
Surprise none of you is that because of the...
Although it would have been one, and sorry for pausing her another time in this one, but, you know, that you get the one where instead of running into the park, it would have been funnier if she was running out to the parking lot to go home.
The amount of childless adult humans going to Disney parks all over the world every single year, because now this group of people actually make up the majority of people who go to these parks. Disney has obviously cottoned onto this. And
they had to pander to them.
Bars in the parks. They have after-hours events and adult-only events and child-free events, and all of these things that are now starting to excommunicate children for the thing that has long been meant for them.
Or
yes,
children,
you heard that right. The Reddit Disney adults have monopolized Disney. I have to show you guys this as well, because when I was looking for clips to make this video, I came across this one, and I think it might be real. I'm not totally sure, but apparently this is a Disney employee on one of these after-hours cruises with a bunch of adults on board, just roasting them for being there, just absolutely tearing strips off of them.
This should be great.
It is terrific.
Please just stay home next time. Please just stay home. If you're 25 and you're thinking about coming to Disneyland, folks, it is after dark, and that means I can say what I want to say. Disney adults are genuinely weird. I'm talking about you guys. There's no kids on this cruise. You here. This isn't a script. This isn't part of a bit. I genuinely think you guys are weird for being on this cruise. At least when kids are riding, they laugh. You guys just sit there on your phone, know that you paid $500 to be here today, and you don't even have a good excuse for doing it because you're all at least 20. What?
You know, I want to go hop on that boat with the monkeys and give them cell phones and angle them at where this riverboat goes past it, so that the monkeys are, you become the exhibit that the monkeys are watching.
What the hell is that? Go to a club, go to a party, or stay inside. Don't bring the vibe down on my cruise. It's weird. Mickey Mouse isn't your friend. Trust me, I know. He's my boss. He bleeds me like a vampire. The magic of this place should have worn off for you guys when you reached the age of 12.
So on the other side of this, there's an argument being made that Disney adults are enjoying life way more than the rest of us. Oh my god, that's not really an argument, is it?
No.
And I've seen a bunch of explanations like these people...
If it is an argument, it's a weak one.
...when they were actually children, and therefore they are playing it out now and doing the things that they didn't have access to as children, and if that...
Oh, I hate that excuse. I'm doing it now because I didn't get to do it as a kid. I'm gonna spoil my kids and go into a mountain of debt because I wasn't able to have all the things I wanted as a kid. My parents told me no. Like, yeah, that's life.
That is in fact the case. I do feel very sorry for them, but I don't think that that somehow magically makes any of this behavior normal. You know, the more I think about it, I think that my primary issue is that Disney, the place where kids' dreams come true, is also quickly becoming an adult-only experience. And like, not only is the park itself gravitating towards appeasing the adults who never seem to grow up, the adults who frequent the park have also no problem complaining about sharing their experience with small children, which is completely mad. Jokey jokes aside here for a second, I do understand the argument being made by some people who've never been to Disney, never experienced it in person before, who are excited to be there and participate and do all the things. I get it. I really do. I mean, I kind of had a similar response, I guess, when I went to the Harry Potter thing in London. Oh my god, I don't remember the name of it. It's been a while.
The Wizarding World.
Anyway, I really enjoyed doing that. I thought it was really cool. I got butterbeer and I walked through, I guess the sets and all of that. It's started.
But also, I would say that Harry Potter isn't aimed toward kids. It's aimed towards the older kids to the teenager group. So as an adult being into it a little bit, yeah, you might have a little bit of nostalgia for it. And she went one time, she said.
To get late, my brain is fried. So yeah, I do get it. I'm just not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who take this too far. And it's like these bloody people have arrested development. Like they never quite move past their childhoods. Like they are stuck here trying to recreate it or revisit it. I don't know. I'm not there.
100%.
I'm not there with them, so it's like hard to put myself in their position. But I think that's some of what's going on here. It's like as adults now in society, we are in this perpetual state of wanting to be kids again, and it's why people have turned adulting into, a verb to describe doing everyday adult activities, just like regular activities.
Yeah, adulting it now is going to work, paying your rent, buying your groceries. Like, those are adulting. Like, no, that's called doing life. It really is that simple. You're doing life. You're not adulting.
Frickin' focus, you stupid bloody camera. And it's a bit of a fine line to walk here, honestly. Like, I understand why some people say, well, why are you allowed to have a Lord of the Rings collection, but I'm not allowed to be obsessed with Disney? Well, in my case, number one, Legolas. And fancy ring. And
I mean, every girl her age was obsessed with Legolas because Orlando Bloom was their, dream Hollywood crush at some point in their life. I'm sure Sydney would say that at some point. Yeah, he probably was.
In your case, furries. Truth be told, I'm clearly not the arbiter of which things from our childhood are acceptable and which things are cringe, but I do think that in the case of Disney adults, the reason
they're very
why
cringe.
This is so is because these people take what should otherwise be a reasonably normal, casual interest and turn it into a full-blown obsession. And so, you see, maybe most of us wouldn't have a problem with this if it weren't so performative and loud. And maybe if they weren't trying to box out little children from the very
100%.
magic that they're trying to create for themselves. So there you have it, the irony of adults going to Disney to live out their childhood dreams, while also simultaneously denying the luxury of this same thing to the next generation of tiny people. We're all so healthy socially right now, aren't we? There's no clean way to really finish off this video. If you guys like these kind of more reaction style ones, let me know. They're actually a lot of fun to make. But I will just say this, you know, Disney adults are obviously not going away anytime soon. Disney just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and these people are just getting more and more infantilized, so we're just going to see this continue to grow. But I will say in the end that I'm never going to stop finding this weird. I'm never going to stop finding these people weird, but hopefully a huge portion of human beings can do their best to grow up. At least that's what I hope for. Now, on that note, just a quick reminder to check out Surfshark using the link in the description. I have actually used that.
Alright, anything else? Nope, just that one. And also remember, she's got a 50% off on her tea. Since I watched your video, I might as well mention that here at the end for you guys who stuck around. If you did enjoy, hit that like button, don't forget, and smash that subscribe if you didn't already. And have a wonderful day. I will see you later.